The Mirror of Change. Chapter 1. A House in Turmoil. Ramesh, a terminally ill old man, sat in his armchair, scowling at the plate of carefully prepared food placed in front of him. His daughter-in-law, Neha, stood nearby, her hands nervously clasped together. "What is this rubbish?" Ramesh barked, pushing the plate away. "Do you expect me to eat this bland nonsense? Can't you cook anything decent?" "But, Papaji," the doctor said, Neha began. "Don't talk back to me." Ramesh cut her off. "You're useless. I don't know how my son puts up with you." Neha bit her lip, holding back tears as she left the room. Moments later, her husband Arun entered, weary from work. "Papaji, let me help you to bed," Arun offered. "I don't need your help," Ramesh snapped. "If you spent as much time taking care of me as you do at that office, maybe things wouldn't be so miserable around here." Arun sighed deeply, but said nothing. This was their daily reality. Endless insults, unwarranted criticism, and a pervasive sense of helplessness. Chapter 2. A Sister's Observation. A few days later, Ramesh's daughter, Priya, came to visit. She observed the strained atmosphere in the house, noting Neha's tired eyes and Arun's slumped shoulders. After spending hours watching her father's harsh words and unreasonable demands, Priya decided she needed to intervene. "Neha, Arun," Priya said softly as they sat together in the kitchen. "I see how hard you're trying, and I'm so sorry for what you're going through. You both deserve so much better." Neha's eyes glimmered with gratitude. "Thank you, Priya. It means a lot to hear that." Priya hugged them both tightly, offering words of comfort and love. Chapter 3. The Turning Point. During her next visit, Priya quietly made her way to Ramesh's room. She threw her arms around him and began to sob uncontrollably. "Beta, what happened?" Ramesh asked alarmed. "Why are you crying?" "Papaji," Priya said between sobs, "my father-in-law treats me so horribly. He yells at me, insults me, and rejects everything I do for him. I try my best to care for him, but nothing is ever good enough. I feel like I'm failing as a daughter-in-law." Ramesh's brows furrowed. "That's unacceptable. How dare he treat you that way? Doesn't he see how much you do for him?" "Papaji, it's like living with someone who—" Priya hesitated, her voice trembling. "Who reminds me of you." Ramesh froze, her words sinking in like stones. Priya's tears flowed freely now. "I feel so unappreciated, so disrespected, it's heartbreaking." After Priya left, Ramesh sat alone, her words replaying in his mind. He realized that her story mirrored his own behavior. The image of himself as a harsh, ungrateful father-in-law was unbearable. For the first time, he felt a deep shame. Chapter 4. A New Beginning. The next morning, Ramesh called out to Neha. "Beta, could you bring me some of that soup, the one you made yesterday?" Neha hesitated, confused. "Of course, Papaji," she said cautiously, placing the bowl in front of him. He took a sip and smiled. "This is wonderful. You're an amazing cook. Thank you." Neha's eyes widened in disbelief. Over the following days, Ramesh's behavior continued to change. He stopped rejecting his medications, asked to play board games with Arun and Neha, and even apologized for his past conduct. "I've been unfair to you both," he admitted one evening. "I see that now. I'm so sorry for how I've treated you." Arun and Neha exchanged relieved, grateful glances. Their home, once filled with tension, was now filled with laughter and warmth. Chapter 5. The Truth Revealed. Ramesh then remembered his promise to Priya. He called her father-in-law to discuss her struggles. To his surprise, the man's voice was cheerful. Struggles? He chuckled. Priya's like a daughter to me. She takes wonderful care of me, and I couldn't be happier. Stunned, Ramesh realized Priya had fabricated her story to show him the mirror. Tears welled in his eyes as he dialed her number. Beta, he said when she answered. Thank you. You've done something no one else could. You've made me a better person. Priya smiled on the other end. Papaji, I just wanted our family to be happy again. That's all I ever wanted. Chapter 6. A Home Transformed. From that day forward, Ramesh's home remained a place of peace, love, and gratitude. And though he still battled his illness, his heart was finally at ease.